Hello everyone. In this video, I'll be explaining in brief about the quadcopter and how to get started with it. Starting first with the propellers. These are 80-45 propellers, that is 8-inch and 4.5 pitch propellers. This one right now is a clockwise propeller, and the opposite to it is also a clockwise. But the adjacent to it is an anti-clockwise propeller, and this one is also an anti-clockwise. Now this is done so that it conserves the angular momentum, which prevents it from spinning along the z-axis like this way. Now coming towards the motors, this is the first motor, second one, third one, and the fourth one. And ESC is connected onto the board like this. So you can see that as something called SVG is written. So S means signal, that is the yellow cable, V means 5 volt, that is the red cable, and ground means the brown cable. So I've connected these way for all the 4 motors. Coming towards the back of it, you can see that there's a battery. This is a 2200 mAh battery, LiPo 3S battery. So you can select any battery unless it has a good discharge rate. So select anything that has a good discharge rate, that is 35C or above. You can also see that there is one red wire coming from the 12 volt ka cable. This is for the voltage feedback, but not to worry, I have not incorporated this yet. The battery voltage is supplied parallelly towards all 4 ESCs. These are my the ones in red are the ESCs. These are Simong 30 amp ESCs. These are quite robust and very easy to understand. They are quite cheap as well. Now on the front side, when we come to the receiver, the one that I'm using is FlySky IA6B receiver. This is a very standard and really good because it contains of PPM, PWM, and iBus. So right now I'm using PWM, which is like a 6 channel. So 6 wires are coming from the receiver to the ESP32. This is pretty easy to code, that's why I went with it. Now one more thing that I like to show is this voltage divider. So here I sort of plug in that red wire from the battery, and from then if the voltage is low, the LED will blink. Now this LED is very important because it can show you some error code, or it can show you when the quadcopter is going in calibration. So we'll start with that process now. So open the GitHub on the link in the description, and you'll be seeing this repository. Download it via zip. So make sure your Arduino IDE is like installed with ESP32 drivers and the libraries that are required, so that you can start with this easily. So open the angle mode flight controller version 3. This is the basic code. Now make sure that once you're connected, it is showing that it is ESP32 DevKit 1 and your flash frequency is around 80 megahertz. So before you connect the USB, I want you to make sure that you have deplugged the motor number 1's ESC, because that is the motor number 1 is sort of supplying us the 5 volt. The reason you do this because it gives an error during compilation if you don't remove it. I think it causes like a short from the ESC. So now once it is compiled, it will be uploaded soon. So this will take like a few seconds. So once it is uploaded, you can see that the LED flashes haphazardly once and then it stops. Now it is going in the gyro calibration mode. In this, it is basically seeing what is the error when it is on a plane level surface and sort of taking its average, and then finally it will subtract that error from the raw values. So this is like a calibration. It takes like some 10 seconds. So when it blinks twice, that means your calibration is done and you're all set. Now we have kept the quadcopter again on a spirit level surface. This is very important because for the initial calibration, you can see that the LED flashed quickly and there is a few sound of the motors. Now after a few 10 seconds, the calibration will get over. Okay, it is done. The quadcopter is calibrated. Now you can take the controller, power it on, and you can see that I'm doing a demo with the throttle and the motors are moving. So now it is ready. So I've not put any arm mode or something like that. I think I should put it later. So here I'll give you a test flight. Now what I did was, this is the second part of my code where I've used the web server and I've created like a web page so that I can send the PID values to the ESP32 via the Wi-Fi. So this made my tuning process very easy so that I could trial and error very easily. So now I've selected like some good values, and when I press this button, and also that my throttle is in the lowest position, and when I press this button, I'm like flushing the data from the web server to the ESP32. So my PID values are in the ESP32 now. So the flight controls are now a little better. It is little more stable than last time. So in order to test it fully, I sort of tried to make it land on this cardboard box. I'm very happy to share that two of my viewers happen to make their own ESP32 based flight controller, and this is the quadcopter made by Daniel. He's from Ukraine. So it looks very sick. It looks like it's something from a Batman movie. Currently he's facing some issues with the MPU 6050 and the PID, but I think he'll get it resolved. This is Mursalan from Bangladesh. He also happened to have a similar frame to me, so the PID values should fit fine. But still, he's also getting some issues with the PID, and this was one of the test flights that he sent me. So it is doing quite okay, but it could definitely do a lot better. So I realized that there was actually one mistake in my PID settings which I didn't update. So after a lot of trial and error, I was able to settle upon these PID values. So you can incorporate this in your code, or you can download the latest code from my GitHub as of now, and I think it will work better. Also, a slight disclaimer that this is not a professional code, so there will be error in this, and I'm not trying to make it professional as well. So if you're using it, you're using it at your own risk. But I really hope that it gives you the best results that you need. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope you have a good day. And if you're planning to make this quadcopter, everything is in the GitHub. I've added the bill of material and I've added the code and schematic. Apart from that, it is a very important thing that you have to be safe while operating this quadcopter. So make sure that you are very much away from the blades and you're doing the testing in outdoors. So that's about it. Thank you.